Hello, and welcome to St. Michael's School. My name is Kevin Cullen. I'm the principal at St. Michael. And right now you're seeing our 4-year-old pre-K class doing indoor PE. Today is a pretty nasty weather day, so we're inside playing. We have Mr. Haskell's, one of our PE teachers and also a recess leader during COVID year, and Mrs. Bilodeau. You can see her back there in the gray sweater. She's also a PE teacher and recess leader during COVID, but on the bad days, we come in the gym. We also use this gym for lunch. You can see the gray tables, those pull out, and we have lunch in 3 sections. We have the pre-K kiddos and the kindergarten students together, then 1st through 4th grade, and then 5th through 8th grade has lunch together. So hi, that's me, Mr. Cullen, who was just talking about our gym class. And we're gonna give you a tour of the school. I have 4 students who are with me today. I have Luca, who has been in this school since he was 4 years old. I also have Caroline, who's been in this school since what grade, Caroline? Since 4th grade. I have Haley, who's been in school here since kindergarten, and Natalie has been in the school also since pre-K. Here are your tour guides, as I just said. From left to right, we have Haley, Natalie, Luca, and Caroline. And they're gonna give us a tour of the school, just like you would get on open house day, where you would see a couple of different students who are student ambassadors will be giving families tours of the school, taking them to the different classes, and that's what we're gonna do today. Let's head on down the hall. The first place we're gonna get to is we're gonna go to the music room. And which one of you is gonna talk about music?
I guess I will.
Okay, Caroline's gonna talk about music. She's also one of the soloists in our school choir. And Mrs. Michaud is our music teacher.
Yes, so Mrs. Michaud is very helpful, especially for the choir. When you need help with anything or kind of just, I don't know.
She leads mass, right?
Yes, she does. She helps with piano and she helps get everything together with the songs.
And what's she doing this year for the Christmas concert?
She is doing well, first we're doing ukuleles for junior high, so excited about that. But she is doing a video of us with Christmas concerts, and we're gonna get all decorated and all that, so that should be very fun.
That'd be cool. Thank you, Caroline. This is Haley, and now she's gonna tell you a little bit about Mrs. Duquette, who is our Student Support Services Coordinator.
This is the Title I room. I actually did Title I when I was in 1st grade, and it really helped me develop my reading skills to become a better reader and pronounce words better, and so it really helped, and it helps lots of students now.
This is our school library. You can see right here, we've got it all set up. Normally the kids are able to come into the library. We have reading time. They get to check out books. This year we've done library a lot different, where the librarian actually goes to the classrooms, reads to the kids in the classrooms, and brings a rolling library for the kids to check out books. As you look around the room, it kind of goes by grade level. On the far left, you just first saw was for the younger grades, and then we get the older kids' grades over here. And now you see Amanda Mills, who is our Title I teacher from Lincoln School and helps a bunch of our kids too. She, along with Mrs. Duquette, really help our kids stay on track. So we are going into ground zero here. This is our pre-K3 room. You can see Miss Roy and Mrs. Dumont over there. She's our pre-K3 teacher. These are our pre-K3 kiddos in here. Having a great day, right guys? We're having a great day? Yeah, it's amazing what our children learn in pre-K3. 5 years ago, we didn't have a pre-K3 program. We added that in, and our pre-K3 students are able to work on their reading and writing, recognizing letters and numbers, and be able to write them down. And you can see, COVID, we're on our little portable desks because we're not really able to do much table work. Our table work, you can see, has a divider on it, so we can do that. But this is a great place for our kiddos to learn. When they leave here, they already know how to hold a pencil. They already know how to write numbers and letters. It's really quite amazing. Next, we're coming into the athletic director's office. This is Mr. Pelkey. He's the athletic director. He's also a great friend. He works all year round, and not only does he do sports, but he does the summer program. Haley?
So this is Mr. Pelkey's office. He coaches the girls basketball, which is really fun because he teaches us lots of new drills and teaches us how to dribble better with our heads up and how the right way to shoot. And he does the summer program, which I have junior counseled at, and it's super fun. We do field trips, we go to the Sea Dogs, which is really fun to get a Sea Dogs biscuit. And so, yeah, he's just such a great teacher.
So now we're in our pre-K 4 room. This is Mrs. McGuire's room. She's helped ably by Ms. Sawyer and Ms. Zubrod, who's across the hall right now, in the other pre-K 4 room. These are our pre-K 4 kiddos. And just like before, you can see that we have desks out for pre-K 4. Normally everything they do is table learning, but now because of COVID, we're using portable desks for our kiddos. Wow, are you guys being really good? Thank you very much. And who's going to be talking now? Natalie. So this is Natalie.
Hi everybody. So like Mr. Cohn said, this is the pre-K 4 room. And I actually went to this class way back, because I'm very old, of course. And I had a lot of fun here. We got taught a whole bunch of good stuff that set us up for kindergarten, which was obviously in the future. And yeah, it was just a really fun experience.
So now we are in our kindergarten class. You can see our kindergarten kiddos all here. Wearing their masks, doing a great job. And you can see Mrs. Swindell's over there. She is filling in amazingly well as our long-term sub, because this little girl right here, Vera's mommy, just had a baby a little bit ago, baby Abram. And so she's taken some time off. But our kindergarten class has its own bathroom in it. And Luca, what are you going to say about kindergarten? You were here in kindergarten.
I did go here in kindergarten. I just like to say that from kindergarten, it really prepared me for first grade and so on. It taught me the fundamentals of education, how to learn, and it helped me with my social life. So thank you, and thank you for the school.
Okay, so this is the first grade classroom. This is Miss Brochu. She is our newest teacher in the school, just graduated from college, and a former St. Michael student. And she went to Coney High School and then went to Husson College up in Bangor, where she played softball and field hockey. And we have Caroline to talk a little bit about first grade.
Hi, so this is first grade, and we are very grateful for Mrs. Brochu to be coming in this year. Talking to all these kids in her class, they say very good things about her. She is very creative and she just brings light into a classroom when she walks in. She also helped with our field hockey program. She was our coach, and that was really awesome.
How many field hockey games did you guys lose this year?
We were undefeated.
They were undefeated.
Yes.
Oh, that goes to the players and the coach.
And hopefully she will be helping out with our softball program too.
And she will be an ex-pitcher. And some of these kids are off doing PE right now, but there's some still doing some extra work here, and you can see how the room is set up with all the extra space. Everyone, we're in Mrs. Turcotte's room now. This is our second grade classroom, our sacrament grade. All of our amazing second graders. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
And we have Natalie and Luca are going to talk a little bit about second grade and getting their sacraments.
Okay, so first off, my sister actually was in second grade, and nonstop she kept talking about how wonderful Mrs. Turcotte was and how she prepared her for the future so well. And Mrs. Turcotte is just a light in our world, and she's a great teacher, and she just created a really well experience for her.
Are you blushing, Mrs. Turcotte, now?
Maybe.
So now in third grade, we learn all about the sacraments, which we, or some of you, later receive.
In second grade, you mean?
Oh, right, second grade, sorry. So yeah, and we get confirmation, and then we learn more about the religion, and that's fun.
So welcome to third grade. There's Mrs. McGuire. She's our third grade teacher. Has been for quite a while, longer than I've been here. Our third grade kiddos, all socially distanced, wearing their masks for COVID at their desks. You can also see Mrs. Murray. We missed her in the library when we did our tour of the library, but you can see there's her rolling library cart that I was talking about. Now we're going to have Haley talk a little bit about third grade at St. Michael.
So in third grade at St. Michael's, we do cursive, and we get booklets that we can practice all like the motions that we'll do, and then we go on to the letters. And we also do phonics, which is really fun. And we have lots of fun books we can read of all genres, and it's just really fun. to begin the third grade classroom.
And Haley, would you say in third grade, this is kind of the year you change from learning to read to start reading to learn?
Yeah, definitely. This is where we kind of started to read out loud and read about history, and it was really fun.
Awesome. Thank you, Haley. So now we're in our fourth grade classroom. You can see Mrs. Wheeler. She's been a friend of mine for 7 years. She was a principal at another school, and now she's here as our fourth grade teacher. We're so lucky to have her this year. And you can see our fourth grade kiddos here. What are you working on right now, Miss Wheeler?
Right now, we're talking about technology and how it's improved just since we've been born. So some of them have come up with some really cool ideas about some things that have happened to them just in their lifetime.
All right, and so Natalie, a little information from you about fourth grade.
Okay, so my sister's actually in this class, and she's enjoyed Mrs. Wheeler as a teacher so much, and she's learned something new every day, and it's obviously going to stick with her in the future and better help her for other classes. And we're so lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you.
So right in the middle of our little tour here, you're seeing poinsettias and wreaths that are going out today. And we have volunteers from the Parent Association who are out here going to be handing things out today as the parents drive up in the carpool line. We didn't know we were going to have terrible weather today, but it's not. It could be worse, right? It could be like it was last night.
Could be much worse.
So this is a huge fundraiser for the school. And again, poinsettias, wreaths, we've done cookie dough, and we've also had a pie sale just in the last 2 weeks that we've shuttled out to the carpool. So now we're leaving from the first floor up to the second floor. The first floor is where we have all the classes from pre-K through fourth grade, and we have fifth grade through eighth grade upstairs. And Caroline's going to talk to you a little bit about this amazing, the stairs and the artwork we have.
Yes, so as you can see here, we have, as I would say, words of wisdom. As you go up the stairs each day, you kind of just get to read them, and yeah. And then you also have arrows telling you which way to go up the stairs. And we have, this is from last year, of course. This is our favorite one. And then we have last year's 8th grade tree.
And you guys will be adding your handprints to that pretty soon. I think it's already December.
Yeah.
Eighth grade graduation's not too far away.
And then also, there are some beautification in the bathrooms and just around the whole school. And it really just puts smiles on kids' faces as they see them.
So now you can see our fifth grade class and our wonderful Mrs. Bushy, who's been part of St. Michael's School since its inception, since the merger of St. Augustine and St. Mary's. And these are her fifth grade students who are in here working on their Chromebooks right now. Is it pretty cool having Chromebooks to work on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it helps for a lot of stuff. And Haley is going to talk about fifth grade at St. Michael.
So in fifth grade, we work on having a good mindset, and we do a lot of math to get ready for junior high and prepare for all like the complex stuff that we do. And she helps us get ready to prepare with the transition from being in the classroom all day with the same teacher to moving around. And so it's a really good year to get ready to transition.
Okay, so now we are in the sixth grade classroom. You can see Mrs. Hoffman over there. Mrs. Hoffman is also the assistant principal too. Whenever I'm out of the building, she steps in for me and does an amazing job, better than I do actually. Here are our sixth grade students. This is normally the language arts classroom, but because of COVID, what's happening is the students in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade do not change classes this year. The teachers are changing classes. Our hope is that next year we're back to as close to normal as we can be, and the kiddos will start changing their rooms again, and the teachers can stay in their own room. This is normally the language arts room. So now we have Natalie is going to talk a little bit about 6th grade of language arts.
Okay, so like you just said, this is the 7th grade classroom for this year due to...
6th grade class.
6th grade classroom, sorry, due to COVID reasons. And Mrs. Hoffman has been a great teacher. We we participate in a lot of essay contests over the year, and she really helps a lot with that. and she's taught us a lot about language arts and correct grammar and spelling, and the list goes on and on.
This is Mr. Hashi. He is our 7th grade homeroom teacher. He also teaches all the math and all the science at St. Michael's School. Right now, all the 7th graders are at PE, so he's got a little bit of time to do some lesson prepping, about 10 minutes, which isn't a lot, but he's gonna get ready for his next class when they come back. And right now we're gonna have Caroline is gonna talk a little bit about the science class.
Yes, so science class is very fun. We actually learned lab reports, which is really cool, and a lot of kind of just experiments we get to do, and I guess it's just a really cool class to be in, and you learn a lot of stuff and you experience things. And
This is Luca. Talk a little bit about math.
So we all know math is a hard subject, and I think Mr. Hashi teaches it really well. Say for us 8th graders, this year we're going to be trying to test out of Algebra 1, which is fun. We're getting prepared for that. And then just being in class with Mr. Hashi and learning his math techniques and everything, it's just a joy.
So now we're kind of near the end of our tour with our amazing 8th grade religion teacher, middle school religion teacher, Mrs. Benedict. And these are our 8th grade kiddos working on their Chromebooks. At the end of the day, what they're doing is they're doing what's called RTI, response to intervention, and they get to work on whatever class they need help with. It's not really a study hall because the kiddos are supposed to find the work they need and go seek out the teacher and get help for that class. So right now we're gonna have Haley talk a little bit about religion class here.
So in religion in 8th grade, we talk about the 10 Commandments, and we just finished one of our projects we had. And so we wrote down the 10 Commandments and then one of the things we can do to respect it and how it can work through our lives in many different ways. And next week we're actually having the week of giving, where we're gonna donate canned goods, pasta to people who are in need. And so we also work on volunteering in 8th grade, and we have some volunteering hours that we need to get in. And so it's kind of a year to help the community more than we usually do. So it's really fun.
Cool, thanks Haley. And Natalie's gonna talk a little about social studies.
Okay, so for social studies, we have Mr. Cohen as a teacher. And to be honest, when we first started his class, I thought it was gonna be really hard, and I got really stressed out. But over the past few weeks, he has helped us so much. We've been doing lots of homework, lots of abstracts, and we actually just finished a essay contest about the Maine Constitution, where we all had to pick a different article of the Maine Constitution and then a section. We had to write an essay about it and why it was important and stuff like that. And just overall, history class is very interesting. Mr. Cohen helps a lot with that, with all of his crazy stories from his childhood. So yeah.
And you can also see here, this is one of the things we have in middle school, we have a cell phone wall. So when our kiddos come to school in the morning, they put their cell phones here and they pick them up at the end of the day. Thank you, 8th grade. Thank you, Mrs. Benedict.
Thank you.